Oh, well, hello. Um, I'm gonna I'm gonna submit links first because I always forget. I'm gonna get this set up, and then we'll start talking. But we're at 10,000 subscribers, and that's really cool. Thank you. No, that's the wrong thumbnail. No, that was the 7 Soldier Morph thumbnail I uploaded because I'm dumb. I don't even. Where's the 10,000 one? There it is. Ooh. And now I need the link. And then I'll put it to Twitter. Alright. Welcome, Mr. Ace Productions, Cool Guy Mauve, Brave, Level 5, Overdrive, Andrew, Oshwa Man, Stickbot, Common Panda Delta, Dennis, Koyu, Rebel Friend, Jay, Reynaldo, Dynamite, and Deadpool, Stormtrooper, and JTM for just appearing. We hit 10,000 subscribers. Woo! Thank you guys so much. I don't think it's completely set in, but that's a lot. And thank you guys so much. Obviously, I mean, I sent a lot of messages already, so I think by now you guys probably know my thoughts on how awesome this is. Also, not to mention that this is not the only thing I'm going to be doing to celebrate. Obviously, I have the other videos, the actual celebration videos, on their way. So, look forward to those. They are in various states of development. The earliest I can tell you is that the first one should be out by next week, I think. But this week, you are getting the Ryu Soldier review as well. So it's not like there's no videos today here. I mean, not today. There's no videos. There's going to be a video this week, but it's not going to be explicitly the 10,000 subscribers special because I want to get the Ryu Soldier review out because Ryu Soldier just ended, which is why it's on the screen. And we also got the debut of my now second favorite Kamen Rider form ever, Burning Falcon. That is a beautiful suit. And the fight scene is also very beautiful. So, Burning Falcon is all around pretty amazing. Welcome, Swivel Boy. Thank you. Everyone's saying congrats. Thank you, everyone. Party all day. Thank you. I swear, there was like a button you push and you go to the live stream mode, and that's what I want to do, but it won't. Where's the button? I have good news. I have found the button. The button cannot escape me. What do I think 01's final form will look like? Probably something Grasshopper related because that seems to be the thing they're going with for 01, and they already used the all progress key thing with Vulcan, or they're going to. What happened to Omageo? Oh, I think Omageo got usurped. I guess, I don't know, because Omageo definitely has the more beautiful gold, but I really like the design in red on Burning Falcon better. But the two of those they're definitely paired. Let's put it that way. It definitely goes Muteki and then Burning Falcon and Omageo in some order. Do I think there will be a Geo versus 01 movie? There was a Geo versus 01 movie. It is just not subbed yet. It was actually out in Japan. It was out this last December, I believe. How is the second Toku Ideas video coming along? I have just started writing it. Do we have a spoiler for the Slash Riser jingle? No. Jin did not explicitly henshin in this video, or not this video, in this episode. He didn't explicitly transform, but he did appear in it. We got a finisher. The name of it is the finisher is Braid. Burning Braid. It's the English. They say Braid. I have good news. I have found the button. The button cannot escape me. That's true. Thoughts on Jin coming back? His suit is amazing, and I was kind of expecting it because, you know, they weren't gonna the way they killed Jin, and because of Humagears in this season, you kind of expected him to come back, or I did at least. And I think the leaks might have been out by the time the leaks about Burning Falcon, I think, were already out by the time he died. So I kind of figured, we all really figured he was coming back at some point. But I like the way they did it because there's a lot of mystery around it. At least for me, because I haven't seen it sub yet. So maybe they straight up completely explain what happened. And also, he has a nice suit. He went from a, as most people have pointed out, he went from a terrorist in like raggedy clothing to literally just becoming like a mafia crime lord in a tuxedo. So that's pretty fun. Omagio going after Lord Draken Empire in Boom comic setting around Shattered Grid. I'm not sure if you're asking a question, but that does sound cool. Burning Braid. Like, they say Braid. So, or someone said it's Burning Rain, but I feel like it's Burning Braid. Like, it sounded like blade to me because it's a sword belt. So, like, because the Shot Riser uses slash, it makes sense this one is Braid. Braid as in, like, BRADE, because blade. I'm probably going to say Braid because it's funnier. I want to see Geo versus 01 and Ryu Soldier versus Lupin Ranger versus Powder Ranger. I want to see those as well because well, I like both of those seasons. I like seasons in both of those, I guess. Coincidentally, the season before the newer season in the team up, I don't like as much, but I can't wait to see those movies. I like watching Toku movies. Now I need to tweet out this link. And I know you can hear the typing, so that's why I'm typing. Okay, perfect. Now I can continue to answer everything. Ryu Soldier next Power Ranger season. Yes, and I am excited for that. I talked about that in the last stream since that was the whole point of the last stream. But I am, if you didn't catch that stream, I am very excited. Who do I think will be the final boss of 01? A mix of Arc and Guy. I think it's going to be the Arc. So, like, judging by how the Humagears, Metsubo Jinrai in general, has been brought back. Like, they got rid of Hirobi and Jin, and then they kept Hirobi in the background still, not killing him. They had Bo going around. Now Jin is back. I think it's very clear that Metsubo Jinrai is going to stay. So now at this point, I think it's just a case of who will be the villain, the Metsubo Jinrai member that's our final boss. So it's probably, I feel like it's going to be the Arc doing something. Like, Kamen Rider Arc itself sounds pretty cool, in my opinion. So, could be the Arc. I'm leaning more towards the Arc. Maybe we'll see, like, Kamen Rider Zaya, and then those two duke it out or something. How would I introduce an American adaptation of Kamen Rider to the Power Rangers franchise? I would probably just not really connect it. I feel like it would work best if you just had one. But if you just did a season and then you chose to retroactively connect it, I don't think there's a real need to connect it. I think it would be more fun to connect the Kamen Rider seasons to each other, and then at some point, connecting it to Power Rangers. But you still put in I think little references here and there would be fun, but I don't have an immediate need for them to completely connect. Hirobi as the final boss. Yeah, I could see Hirobi as the final boss. Congrats on getting 10k subs. Thank you, Coffee Bloke. Where do I watch Kamen Rider at? So there's a lot of places. I try not to get too explicit about where, because it's not the most safe thing. If you're willing to use torrent places, I would say use Overtime or TV Nihon or Genom Corp specifically for Kamen Rider. And then if you don't want to do that, Kiss Asian just has just a place you can watch stuff or watch all the shows, but there's a lot of ads, so you have to be very careful. It's like a minefield there. You gotta make sure you don't step on something, or else it'll explode very badly in your face. Sad how Hirobi gets no upgrade. Yeah, but it's more interesting or weird than sad in my opinion, because he's gonna be the only one from that first quarter who's still just using normal his original equipment. I guess, to be fair, Hirobi was pretty powerful. I think I saw his first debut a couple days ago because I was looking for some clips for a video, and he was alone, just in that base form, pretty powerful. I don't think he ever got defeated, did he? I mean, until he did. And that was even to save Jin, to be fair. So who knows how long Hirobi could have been kicking, especially because he's been a rider since Daybreak. So he's been a rider for 12 years. How active he's been, we don't really know, but he's had the ability to transform for 12 years. So he's had a fairly long time to get a feel for the equipment. So, I mean, visually it is a little strange because he's going to look kind of normal. But I think from a power level standpoint, he's probably on par with everyone else still. Thank you, Puto Tira, for the congratulations, and Eduardo below that. Izu will be the final boss. I hope not. That's going to be very sad. What is the Kamen Rider series I would like the most to be adapted in America? X-Aid, so I can get more Mutekis. God, if they actually mass produce just normal Muteki figures, I will have so many. Oh yeah, Heisei Viewer. If you want older seasons, I guess no, they have 01 as well now. Heisei Viewer is probably actually the best place to watch older episodes. I completely missed over that because I was even on there earlier today. So thank you, Fizzy Boy, for pointing that out. Heisei Viewer is probably the best place to find older subs. And I think right now they have up to 0124. So they pretty much have everything you need on Heisei Viewer. And there's no ads. It's Google Drive. So yeah, Heisei Viewer is probably the best place. And I think one guy did all this stuff. I don't know his name, but if he's watching this or if you know him, he's awesome. Or whoever made that whole thing, if it's a team, they're awesome. Ryu Soldier was good, but I feel it will be underrated, unfortunately. I think at this point it's kind of underrated. There's a lot of people who don't like it, which is totally fine. That's your opinion. But as most people have pointed out, I can't wait for a couple weeks into Cure Major, and people are going to be like, Cure Major sucks. Ryu Soldier was so much better. And it's the same people who hated on Ryu Soldier for its entirety. I'm very happy to say that I have loved Ryu Soldier since episode 1. I don't remember if it was specifically 1 or maybe Weisel's debut, but there's a whole thread of tweets when I binge watched Ryu Soldier, and they're pretty much all positive. So if there's evidence out there that I have loved Ryu Soldier from the beginning. It just took me a while to actually decide to go watch it because I was lazy. What did I think of episode 0 of Kira Major? I have not seen it yet. I'm just waiting for it subbed. If it's not subbed by next week, when the actual premiere comes out, I'll probably just watch it raw, and I'll make a somewhat combined review of Kira Major episode 1 and episode 0 and episode 1 review, because why not? I don't really want to split it up into 2 videos. I think it'll make more sense to just make it one video. I could just review it like a movie, I guess, because I imagine 0 would flow into 1. So I could just review those 2 as like the Kira Major premiere movie, I guess. I don't know. Tonight's the finale of Ryu Soldier, right? That was actually yesterday. The subs, I think the subs are out now from Overtime. Overtime has it subbed. What were my opinions on the fake leaks, Prog Rising Hopper, Fusion Riser, Izu? I liked the ideas. I think so. Prog Rising Hopper, or the Fusion Riser specifically, I believe, was described in those leaks to be the slot that goes on the left side of the driver, and I really like that idea as just a driver just attaches onto the 0-1 driver. And I mean, that makes sense too. And I also like that it applied to Kamen Rider Izu. And my favorite part about that, and I think it's probably what's going to happen maybe, is that it combined Izu and Aruto into Kamen Rider 01 AI Aruto Izu. And that actually is, I feel like that's what's going to happen, judging by how Vulcan is getting all the Progrise Keys abilities, which would usually go to the main rider. Since that's not happening, then 01 AI is probably going to happen. And also because AI is like a Toei pun, and it's like it fits the Kamen Rider Final Form theme of it being something that's so blatantly obvious throughout the entire show, but then when it happens, but you don't notice it until it's in the final form, and you're like, of course. Like, what specifically? I mean, like Drive, where they blend tires, XA just being invincible, Build Genius, like even the names are like, well, of course it's that, like Build Genius, Grand Geo, Grandfather Clock, like, you know, it's always very simple. So AI from those leaks, even though it was mostly fake, I guess, I feel like that's probably like the most true thing in that. I missed a lot of comments. I'll go through these quickly. Okay. Or I guess I didn't miss too much. The son has surpassed the father. I don't know who the father was, but thank you. Or, oh no, I thought you were talking about me. I'm so self-centered. No, Jin. Yeah, you're definitely talking about Jin. Jin has surpassed Hirobi. I was just thinking of myself as Jin because I love Burning Falcon. Will I ever do monthly scan videos? Not anymore. If you remember, I did do that with Talking Jujubee. And that's Talking Jujubee no longer exists because that was a lot of work. And I hope to bring Talking Jujubee back at some point. That would be really, I kind of want to do that. I might bring it back as like a Patreon thing, and do like a weekly just live stream on Superhero Time that week. I want to expand to a Patreon at some point. You guys can let me know your thoughts on that. If I did that, it would basically, I would not take content away per se. Like a season review, I wouldn't not do a season review. I would always upload that, or episode 1, or like a 20 ranking video, like I would do that. The Patreon would just kind of be like more on that aspect. Like, let's just say the season review, I upload that full video to YouTube, and then Patreon maybe gets like a extended like hour long just discussion on Ryu Soldier, for example, like if it was happening right now. I just wish Super Sentai video villains, my fault, had more depth to them besides take over the world because I can. Weisel, Creon, Precious, Eris. I know people don't like Ryu Soldier's villains, but I'm just throwing out there that the villains in Ryu Soldier they're not normal villains. I mean, Weisel is just a dude, not a dude, but like he's just an entertainer. What's my favorite designs from Ryu Soldier and 01? So Ryu Soldier, definitely Max Ryusol Red. 01, Burning Falcon. Very simple. They're both red. Prior to Burning Falcon, because that just debuted, I would have said Thouser, because I really like the gold and the silver. And I still really like Thouser. I'd probably put Thouser at 2 still. But I don't know, a lot of the upgrades in 01 are just really good. So, Burning Falcon especially, obviously, Thouser, the Assault Forms, Shining Hopper, pretty much anything that doesn't use a normal progress key in the 01 driver, I really like. I don't really like the 01 driver forms. A lot of them are fun, but like some of them, the colors don't really work, especially Flying Falcon. That is not the... I do not like 01 Flying Falcon. No. Not my kind of form. Pokecrafter says, congrats on 10K. Thank you. Do I like Vulcan's final form? I like it, but I kind of feel like it's a bit of a downgrade compared to Assault Wolf. Assault Wolf definitely looks like more of a final form than his actual final form. Now, the left half, actually, of Rampage Vulcan, I really like all the skeleton designs, but the right half is just like a repaint, a very simple repaint too. So I think if they just took that left half skeleton design and just applied it to the normal Assault Wolf suit, and then maybe changed those colors to fit each other, then that would have been beautiful. But for now, I mean, I don't hate it, so. It just doesn't really look as much of a final form when you got Assault Wolf, like, literally right before it. When I hit 1 million, do the X-Garian Henshin dance. I don't know. I think I've heard X-Garian, but I don't know what the Henshin dance is. I guess maybe I will if I ever hit 1 million, which I don't think I ever will. But thoughts on the Ultraman comic book? I'm actually kind of excited for that. I'm not an Ultraman guy, clearly. I only include Ultraman in like a second of a video because I feel the need to mention it since it's another big toku. But I'm excited for that. I might do a video on that because it does look cool and it would be easily accessible because it's the shows are as well, since Subarai doesn't hate the West like Toei. Will I change these images? Probably in like 10 minutes or something. I don't know what else I would put there. Have I planned to do a collaboration with other tokusatsu YouTubers? Well, I have done a collab with Marcos. I appeared on his channel. I have no other plans, but I hope to do maybe something at some point, but I don't really have any other current plans. If I could make the next Reiwa season, what would I do? Kamen Rider Sinja, probably. I don't really have a particular wish. I just, maybe, yeah, I don't really know. Actually, it would be kind of cool to see Ryu Soldier just made as a Kamen Rider season. There we go. But, like, actually, I guess a dinosaur season, like, actually would be really cool. Make a Discord server so we can talk to you easier. Well, there is a Discord server. It's in the description of this video. Or every video, actually, has... Not every video, but probably all the videos that you guys are here from have the Discord in their description, and this live stream has it in the description. So, there you go. What's my opinion on Metal Cluster Hopper? Great suit. One of my favorites in 01. I love its the fighting style with the dumb locusts. That's really cool. Ahmed Meme Cage, the Meme Cage, says he has to go. Thank you for coming to the stream. What are my current thoughts of Ryu Soldier being adapted? I'm very excited because I'm gonna buy everything since I love Ryu Soldier and its designs. Thoughts, opinions on Beast Morpher Season 2. It's not bad, but I don't think it's as amazing. I just kind of feel like it doesn't feel like a premiere 2 episodes. It's just like it kind of just feels like normal episodes. Like they could have fit right into normal Beast Morphers with obviously scenarios changed. It kind of feels low stakes, like, ooh, we're back. Surprise. Like I don't like they thought they won and then the villains are back and they're kind of just like, "Oh, okay. They're back." That's pretty cool. Like I don't know. There's like I don't feel like there's as much stakes as like that first episode of Beast Morphers. That was really cool. But this one, these premieres are just kind of like it happened. Like Evox is back. We didn't win. Oopsies, but yeah. It's fine. I don't hate it though. I definitely think it's all right. Have I watched any Gundam shows? I have not. Naruto Final Form fuses with all the Humagears. That would be kind of interesting. I guess that would all the Humagear keys. That would definitely be a twist from what Vulcan's doing, but kind of on the same lines, right? What was my favorite anime? Pokemon? I don't watch anime, so. Oh, that one, the one fan henshin anime someone did of Hyper Muteki. That's my favorite anime. Do I think Hasbro will do some exclusive forms for the new Power Rangers since the suits are still new? Well, yeah, definitely. I guess if Beast Morphers is doing it, and the Ghostbusters, the Go-Buster suits are so old, then they'll definitely do some for Ryu Soldier, I feel. Granted, also, there is just a lot of suits in Ryu Soldier, so there kind of isn't a need to. When in Beast Morphers, you could argue they kind of needed to because there's not a lot of forms or toys in Beast Morphers. But I feel like there's definitely going to be something exclusive in Ryu Soldier. If anything, maybe just like more Ryusoul Brown. One of my favorite things of Beast Morphers, I guess I should point out, is, and it's kind of what inspired so much of the ideas in Sentai Potential, is just how much they take from the stock footage, but like not the actual stock footage. Like the biggest example is making Blaze and Roxy in Beast Morphers. Like the Enter suit was used for all of like 2 episodes, I hear, in Go Busters, and Roxy's suit, or the Escape suit, was not used. Was used more, but like it was in that purple color. And now in this case, they recolored it into yellow, and they're using the Enter suit as just 2 essentially American exclusive villain Rangers. Like obviously the Yellow Roxy is American exclusive, and Enter Blaze is being used so much, it is also might as well be American exclusive because it has so much more presence in the show. So stuff like that is what all of Sentai Potential's adaptation ideas revolve around. Just the fact they'll take little stuff from the adaptation and they'll expand, or from that original show, and they'll expand upon it so much more in the adaptation. What's my opinion on the Slash Riser? It looks hot. I really like it. I maybe would have bought it at some point if it wasn't going to be the inevitable premium Bandai, because there have been no commercials for it yet, and it's not even in the catalog listing. So yeah, sadly I will not be picking up a Slash Riser because that's too expensive for me, because Jin is not my favorite form. Burning Falcon, I mean. Now $100 for a Muteki figure, I'll drop instantly. Favorite rider finisher? Either the Omageo finisher or the Kronos finisher from his debut in Xaid. If you know what I'm talking about, yeah. Speaking of Omageo, who would win, Omageo or Lord Draken Evolution 3? Now, I need to... Evolution 3 See, that's where the interesting... Yeah, so Evolution 3, I think, is... If Evolution 3 isn't the one with the heart thing, I forget what it's called, then Omageo wins, I think. But Final Form Draken, that I can't remember if that was Evolution 3 or not, that one... I think that one would win because it has definitive, like, reality-bending powers. I'm gonna go check. I'm on Ranger Wiki. We're checking right now. Okay, so 3 is the final form. So I think Evolution 3 would win because of the reality-bending powers. But I guess we don't really know the extent of Omageo's. I guess Omageo also has reality-bending powers. So that's actually a very interesting question. Who would win? I want to say Omageo because maybe he just has a larger power set, like Draken, a more diverse power set, I guess, because Draken only just has the powers of all the Power Rangers, which isn't as much as I think the Heisei, as there aren't as many Power Rangers as I think there are Heisei riders. And it also only applies to every place with the... It also only applies to every dimension with the Morphin Grid, right? Because... So, like, if they're not in a Morphin Grid dimension... Well, look at that. He can't bend reality. I guess we don't really know the extent, but... I want an anti-hero Sentai team. That could be interesting. I don't think we've gotten really a lot of anti-hero Sentai or Rangers, right? Wait, there's a Slash Riser? Yep, it is the new driver for Jin, which is why his base form is different. Ooh, what do I think of the new Transformers Siege anime coming out on Netflix? I'm very excited for that. That looks really cool. I, once again, might do a video on that because... that looks awesome. And I did do Transformers content at some point, and then it died. But that's fine. What do I think of having a Kamen Rider season that uses the power of gods? Like Zeus, Odin, Thor, Loki. I think that could be really interesting if expanded to like different mythologies. Like you have one rider that just uses Greek mythology, so then Zeus, etc. And then you have another that uses Norse mythology, so Thor, etc. Then another that uses like Egyptian, and then another that uses like, I don't know, Chinese, and then Japanese, I guess, clearly because Japan is Kamen Rider. So that could be really fun. I like different riders that just use, that have applied, or I like rider seasons that have like a different motif for every rider, but still kind of blends together. Like, let's use Eggshade as an example because it's the only one I can really think of where everyone uses video games clearly, but there's like a through line with some of the video games they use, like with the exception of the level 3 forms. Eggshade uses like the Mighty Action series, Brave uses the Tattle series, Snipe uses the Bang Bang series of games. So I like where different riders will have their own motif, but it all ties together. I guess also, what's it called? Drive, where Drive has cars, Mach has motorcycles, stuff like that. We gotta change the fact that I haven't seen any Gundam. Maybe, I don't know. Recommend me good Gundam shows. I don't know any Gundam shows other than Evangelion. I know that's not Gundam. Geizorg or Ryusoul Brown? Geizorg. I like the purple looks more badass on Ryusoul, on that base suit, but Ryusoul Brown is not bad at all. After Beast Morphers finishes, will I watch Go Busters? Possibly. Go Busters might be one of the Sentai seasons I'm more itching to watch now that I've seen Beast Morphers, or most of Beast Morphers, clearly. Do I think Hasbro will do something bigger with Creon? Maybe. there's definitely room for that. Calling the Slash Visor hot in the form is Burning Falcon. Coincidence? I think not. It was a coincidence. But, well, at least maybe it wasn't intended to be well, I did not intend the pun, but maybe my subconscious did. There we go. When will Ryu Soldier have a Sentai Potential video? Yeah. I have it written. I have it recorded. I have no editing done for it. But I'm trying to get the 10,000 subscriber videos stuff done first because that would be more relevant at this point in time. But then at a certain point, the Ryu Soldier Sentai Potential will lose its point in time. I mean, I guess it's clear that you guys will watch Sentai Potential whenever because you guys have been asking me before the season was over. So, yeah, maybe I'll focus on the 10,000 stuff first and then the Sentai Potential Ryu Soldier will come out at some point. I've got a lot of videos I have to work on right now, but that's fine. Jarhead MSTR in the stream, what up? Would I prefer bug-themed Sentai or dino-themed Kamen Rider? Dino-themed Kamen Rider for sure. Bug-themed Sentai, not really something I'm not itching for that so much, but... Have I seen the short for Legend of the White Dragon? Well, that's not even out, and it might never come out. And I like the White Dragon design. Like, let's just say Hasbro eliminates Legend of the White Dragon. I would not mind if they just sold that figure. I really hope Lightning Collection makes Draken's other forms soon. I know, right? I have just the base form. And Evo, yeah, you say I want Evo 3 so bad. Yes, Evo 3, Black and red, A Kamen Rider Dinosaur season would be just Puto Tira repaints. I would not mind if they did some reference to O's, the Puto Tira form, since they haven't really had a dinosaur form ever after that, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm trying to think. I'm doing a quick think right now. I don't think so, right? There's definitely room for that in 01 with extinct animals, but even then they haven't done that. No extinct animals. Or no dinosaurs, I think, after O's. Once again, tell me if I'm wrong. Jack Reed says congrats, thank you. Is it okay for me to make fan art of my avatar? Of course, please. If you want to make fan art of me, the avatar or anything, go right ahead. Because it is just Muteki in red and black. I don't really own the design. What will the next Reiwa Rider be? I have no idea. Do I think Cybervillain, Blaze, and Roxy don't have their own morphin phrase? No, they don't. They just morph. I hope they get their Ranger forms back, actually, since I was talking about that earlier. It would be cool to see Robo Blaze fight Robo Blaze, or normal Blaze, in the Enter suit. Like, here's what I'm thinking is going to happen. At some point, we're going to see Blaze and Roxy use the normal Morpher, the normal Grid Battle Force Morpher, and turn into their Blaze and Roxy forms from last season. For Roxy, I think it's fine. You don't really need to change anything. For Blaze, they might get rid of like a symbol or two for obvious reasons because it has like the villain designs on it. I don't think they're going to recreate a whole purified suit when they already have Ranger forms. Gundam 00, 0080, 0079, Zeta, ZZ, CCA. That's a lot of Gundam shows. I guess I have a lot to choose from now, don't I? Draken Form 2 is the worst. I agree. I don't like that one as much. Does XA Dragon Form count? I guess not, because that's a dragon. Yeah. Kind of. Close enough, but not really. There was a dinosaur in GO. That was actually more of an elephant. An elephant. At least it sounded like an elephant. I don't think we'll get Ryusol Max for a long while in the Lightning Collection, mainly because we have yet to get any big super forms in the line. That is for sure. Especially also just, let's just say, it was a definite they were going to make Max Ryusol Red. It would not be until like late in the season because... It would not be until like 2022, I assume, because it appeared in the second half of Ryu Soldier and Super Seasons, the double seasons. I mean, they got rid of Super Seasons. Thank you, Hasbro. Power Rangers could go completely bad, but at least they killed Super Seasons permanently, just calling them Super Seasons. Ready for Kira Major? I am now because Ryu Soldier is over. What do I think of Kamen Rider Shinobi? I made a review on that, but quick thoughts. Kamen Rider Shinobi it's awesome. It's really well written. It's a lot of fun. It's only 3 episodes, so I should probably go back and watch it at some point. And I hope it's Kamen Rider 2022. What's my favorite Power Rangers show? I always go back and forth between SPD and Dino Thunder. I like the suits in SPD more and the ideas, just like the base idea a lot more. But Dino Thunder, I like a few suits a lot more than a lot of stuff in SPD. And kind of the whole way it handles the anniversary aspect of Power Rangers is like really great. I think it's maybe the best anniversary season we've ever gotten in Power Rangers, at least. And maybe even, well, I won't say Kamen Rider and Sentai because I have not seen all of those anniversary seasons, so I cannot accurately say it in that aspect. But I think at Power Rangers, I think it's probably the best anniversary season because it handles, just as an entire season, because it handles MMPR aspects in such a great way. Like, let's just say Tommy as a mentor. Awesome. Try not to delve into any Gundam UC content yet. It's a lot of stuff to dive deep. Well, I'll keep that in mind now. Seen any Metal Hero shows? Nope. The closest I've seen to Metal Hero is the crossover with Q Ranger. How would I feel if Hirobi and Jin meet Weisel? I would be terrified for Weisel because with Jin in his current state, I have full confidence they would just kill Weisel, and I don't want that to happen. Minor Ryu Soldier spoilers. Weisel lives, and that makes me very happy. He leaves. He wins. He's alive. He ends the series alive. He has to appear. He's got to be in the V Cinema, right? If that's happening, right? Right? Weisel V Cinema. Anyone? What else? There's something I was gonna say. Oh yeah, he'll appear in the crossover too, I imagine, as well. So Weisel continues living. I stay winning. Weisel lives. What's my worst and favorite forms in Ryu Soldier? So favorite is Max. Worst is like least favorite. Throwing that out there. I don't even know. Probably just one of the armors. Or not even the armor, just like the shoulder armor. Maybe just the weird one that's like inflatable. Let me see if I can get an image on screen. Because I have all the Ryu Soldier armors downloaded for the Sentai Potential video. But like, that's just saying like this one's really creepy and all the others aren't. So this one's weird. I don't like it. So let's get out of here. No, I said get out of here. There we go. I've purged the evil. It's gone forever. It will never hurt me again. Have I seen any indie toku? No. Unless I saw like a couple clips of Jaminger, and Jaminger looks really cool. What do I think of Gaim, the most liked Kamen Rider season? I think it deserves it because Gaim is very good. Remember when the Lost Pink Galaxy Ranger died? Yes, that was that's probably the most ballsy thing that Power Rangers has ever done. Other than, I guess, kill Zordon, but imagine if Gen Urobuchi wrote a Sentai show like he wrote for Gaim. Ooh, a Sentai show like Gaim. I mean, Gaim is already kind of a Sentai show because they all there's like 20 writers. I think Gaim is the most writers of any season ever. So, there you go. A soft soul. If that's what it was, then Yep. I don't remember its name. I don't know. Actually, I have the name right here. The Puku Puku Soul. There you go. Recommend starting with Gundam Seed. Gundam Plant? Anyone? Would I want to see Power Rangers and Super Sentai crossover? I think I discussed this on Tuesday. Yes, that would be fun, just because kind of the novelty of it. And yes, I know Powerful Rangers and Go Busters, but I mean like just a straight, like an actual character from Power Rangers, meaning its Sentai counterpart. That would be interesting. Why Soldier for a Ryu Soldier V Cinema? I want to get you to a Toei boardroom right now, and we need to pitch this idea because we need a Weisel Ryu Soldier V Cinema where he just creates multiple Weisels. Coffee Bloke has to go. Thank you for coming to the stream. Oh yeah, Hibiki does. It's Hibiki or Gaim has more riders. We're gonna settle this right now. I guess it could also just apply to like who like some of the Hibiki riders are not riders explicitly, but I think all the Gaim ones are. So we're gonna go check. Let's see, I'm on the wiki. Oh, I passed Hibiki. Hibiki, Ibuki, or I should count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I think it was 17. I kind of lost count because I'm done. Actually, shoot, there's just a thing right here. 49 to 65. Whoa, let me do some quick math in my head. That is like 16, I think, right? It is in fact 16. So there's 16 Hibiki riders. Gaim has... Oh, this is much easier. Gaim has 31. So... Or not 31. Yeah, it is 31. Well, there you go. Gaim wins. Geo has the most riders. I'm sorry, you are correct. Geo has the most riders. Been trying to watch every other episode in Kamen Rider Shinobi, though it looked epic right away. Ryu Soldier episode of Weisel. Oh my god. Yes. 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 Waz and Weisel team up movie. Yes. I like these ideas. You guys are much smarter than me. I like all these ideas. Here, we're going to improve the setting a bit. Here, hold up. Where is it? Shoot. Oh, here it is. No. Alright, I'm not sure how well you can see that because all the images are kind of blending together. But our Lord and Savior Weisel is here. I improved everything very quickly. Does anyone know if Streamlabs has like drop shadow? Because then I'll do that. It does not seem like that's there. That's fine. Or no, wait. Oh, here's a thing. No, I'm not gonna delve into that. There we go. We'll leave that on screen. Estimated wise, when do I think the Toku Fan Idea special will be released? Well, my plan is to have all the 10K videos released by the end of March. So I have 31 days to get everything out. So by the end of March, all of those ideas will be out. So. Superhero themed Kamen Rider series. In what way? That's an interesting proposition. Weisel versus Waz, the movie. The total random of Showtime-ness. Perfect. I betrayed Muteki? Weisel supports Muteki. I don't think I betrayed anyone. Don't know where to watch Kamen Rider or Sentai, so I haven't watched Ryu Soldier. Well, if you want Rider, there's Heisei Viewer. If you want Sentai, I don't think there is a Heisei viewer equivalent, so you just gotta... If you have any suggestions for where to watch Sentai in a good way, then let Kyle know. Congratulations on 10,000. Thank you, Wyman. Where's Muteki? Why is everyone asking for Muteki? It's in our hearts, okay? Do I think Toku would ever think of combining both Sentai suit with Rider suit in a movie crossover? Well, they've sort of done that. The only thing I can think of is the Go Busters mecha with the Forze rockets and drills. Or was it just singular? I don't remember. I don't think we've ever had anything other than that. They cross over into Toy Line all the time. Just recently we got the... Oh, shoot. The Trideron was a Tominin in Ninja. So there you go. The Trideron became a Sentai mecha. So, but I mean, I hope they do it more. It's really sad that they didn't do that for Q Ranger and X-Aid, despite them crossing over three times. I mean, oh, but we did get. Well, no, they do it a lot now. That we even got we got X-Aid, or we had the Go Riders, and which are in itself Sentai and Rider combinations, although they're more of common Riders, I think, than they are actual Sentai. But I mean, they're still a combination. Yeah, there we go. Someone just mentioned it. And in the Q Ranger X-Aid movie, they grew Maximum Mighty X to the size of a Megazord, and that was really fun. And I saw, this is debatable, but I kind of like to believe it, that Maximum Mighty can kind of be considered the sixth Ranger of the Go Riders, because he was with them in the special, kind of. He really doesn't fit that, but I kind of just like to think about that. How many Sentai and Kamen Rider shows have I watched up till now? So in full, I have watched Q Ranger, Lupin vs. Powder Ranger, and just now Ryu Soldier. I haven't really seen any Sentai. I'm a fake fan, I'm sorry. Rider, I am watching Kuga. I've seen Double, Gaim, X-Aid, Build, Geo, and I'm watching 01. And that's it. I know, I haven't watched a lot. I'm a fake fan. I'm sorry. Someday I would like to watch a tokusatsu version of Death Battle. I think they have done a few, right? I know there's like MMPR Red versus quote unquote Masked Rider, Black RX. Hello, Luis, in the chat. Don't forget... Oh, it lost me. Don't forget that Gokaiger used the O suits. That's also correct. Although that wasn't more of a merge of the suits. It was just the Gokaigers using the O suits. But that's still really cool, and it fits. In every final episode of Sentai, the Red Ranger passed the torch to the next Red Ranger. That is correct. And that was really cool with Ryu Soldier and Kira Major. Especially because it was like it was another room. I think we were speculating about that on Tuesday about what it would be, and it's just a sparkly room. So I wonder if it's just going to happen all the time. Like they'll just change the room that they hand off in from now on, because that's clearly adhering to Kira Major's aesthetic. So I wonder if after that, and then like if you want to think about it, Ryu Soldier last year kind of did, because the floor was chess themed and the villains are chess themed. So we'll see if they'll start switching that up from now on. How many rider forms make the user lose control? So the main ones, someone posted a picture of this a couple days ago, is Cluster, obviously, although not anymore, but was Cluster. Cluster and Fang Joker for like 5 minutes or 3 episodes. You take your pick. Hazard, I guess, fits under that as well, although the Hazard form itself never really got purified. And then Puto Tira, and since I haven't seen O's, I don't know how long that's been Berserk. Oh, and Ultimate Kuga was Berserk in its debut, I believe. Ryu Soldier passing the torch to Kira Major feels like a passing of eras. I don't know how you can pass a giant Sentai monster to each other. Oh, not Era, the villain. My fault. Uh, it did because of it kind of felt more flamboyant, that whole pass off, right? Because it was a different room. It was a sparkly room. So, yeah, it definitely did feel like more of an era handoff as well. Although one could argue that was what the Ryu Soldier one kind of was as well, because it was in the Lupin vs. Pato room. I guess if we want to get really granular, maybe it will only happen in... the new rooms are only going to apply to Kira Major and Ryu Soldier because they're both kind of the openings of the Reiwa era, with Ryu Soldier being the first season in the Reiwa era and Kira Major the first actual Reiwa era season. The Ryu Soldier hand off with Kira Major looks like a sparkly heaven room, or room like heaven. Yes. Do you think Wiesel has a salesman for his top hat? I think his top hat is him, but you could look for some. You could ask around, see if he has a tailor for his hat. Swivel Boy has to go. Thank you for coming to the stream. Oh yeah, Dead Heat as well. I'm not sure how long Dead Heat was Berserk as well, but yeah, that was a Berserk form. For like half of the form is itself Berserk. Connor, thank you on the congrats for 10K. Ryu Soldier 10 years later, Ko and the others are going to be the masters themselves. Ooh, I can't wait for Ryu Soldier 10 years later. More Ryu Soldier, because I really like Ryu Soldier. I know a lot of people don't like Ryu Soldier, but I really like Ryu Soldier, and it's going to be like the whole thing in the review. So, yeah. A pirate-themed Kamen Rider show would be cool. Isn't... one could argue Decade's just like a pirate, right? Because he just does whatever the hell he wants. But yeah, I think like having that as a whole season could definitely be a cool idea. Honestly, I just love seeing like Sentai and Rider just like tackle these different ideas. So that's why when we just go back to vehicles, you know, everyone, I'm not too excited. But no, when we go to vehicles, everyone's so excited. But when we have dinosaurs, which are inherently just kind of cool in my opinion, we get to hate the season, I guess. I don't know. Do you agree with Hasbro's next choice for PR, or what season would you have preferred? I don't really mind. I wouldn't have minded what season they picked. I'm personally very happy with Ryu Soldier because I just want all the Ryu Soldier merchandise. And you guys are distracting me in the chat. No ASMR. Everyone's asking for ASMR. But I wouldn't have minded which one they picked. Ryu Soldier is definitely, I mean, just even thinking about it, like Zyuohger seems too soon, just especially because we just had, I mean, like no one's complaining about Zyuohger. If we had Zyuohger, no one would complain about Zyuohger. But like we get Ryu Soldier and everyone's like dinosaurs are too soon. Okay. Which, I mean, like, there is an argument there. But Zyuohger I wouldn't have picked because we just have animals with Beast Morphers. ToQger, I wouldn't have picked. Like, keep in mind, this is Hasbro's first own Power Rangers season. Like, Beast Morphers was, half of it was done by the old Bandai Saban team. So, it makes sense that they just want to do dinosaurs since that's clearly what sells. So, pretty much all the other seasons that they could have adapted are all wacky experimental seasons, except for Zyuohger, which is then just coming right off of animals. So it makes sense they went with the clear path of, or the easy path of dinosaurs. And I figure after this we'll see Hasbro pick one of those other experimental seasons if something that comes in the next 2 years doesn't really grab them, like Kira Major and 2022, whatever that is. Then, unless those two seasons really grab them, I imagine after Ryu Soldier we'll see Q Ranger maybe Tokyuger, maybe Lupin Ranger, maybe Zyuohger, something. Am I ever going to watch Kamen Rider Amazons? Probably at some point. You asked if I have an interest in it, and I have an interest in it, but as of right now, I don't have a plan to watch it. The End is more like a pirate. The End is more like a pirate. See, I was close by saying decade, so, big brain. I wonder how the Kishiryus will come back in the next Versus movie. Probably, they'll do it like they've done with Drive. They'll just burst out of the temple thing, and it'll be like, we're back. Do not ask why. Maybe after 10 years, Ko and his friends have their grandchildren as the next Ryusoulger. Ooh, but then, see, I would like that, but then we're going to get, they're just copying Kyoryuger because they did that as well. But it doesn't matter. Yes, I would really like that. And then Weisel's their mentor. Ooh. I have a theory about Power Rangers is a multiverse of Super Sentai. I think I've seen a theory like that as well. And it kind of makes sense. Q Ranger is space cells, right? But also keep in mind, Q Ranger has the 9 Rangers, which would also sell, I believe. But it's just, just like as Hasbro's first individual season, taking on 9 Rangers in a season of that scale does feel like a lot, while Ryusoulger is more self-contained. And after that, then they can go big and bring in the big bucks by taking on something larger like Q Ranger. Where can I watch Kamen Rider Geo Gates Majesty? Well, it just came out in theaters in Japan, so nowhere. Yeah, I mean, unless you go to Japan and then watch it in theaters. But then I'm not sure you're going to understand it unless you understand Japanese. If we have a Geo Time Travel anniversary for Sentai, they are definitely going to make a special with Time Ranger and Marvelous being like Tsukasa. Captain Marvelous is already kind of like just Tsukasa, like, honestly. So just add time travel and bam, now he's actually Tsukasa, really, with Sentai. Thank you, Pablo, for the congratulations, and Craig. Imagine what the Power Rangers adaptation would be if Ryusoulger was Knight and Dragons. Well, I'm not going to get into that. Yeah, that would be cool. The only thing experimental Q Ranger is the large team size. Yeah. I see Loop Hat going next because it would be a good anniversary series, then Q Major. I feel like, though, Q Ranger fits more of an anniversary season than Loop Hat, just because of the big size. I was able to watch Overquarter, though. That's because Overquarter is out on DVD and has been subbed by subgroups, and Gates Majesty is still in theaters in Japan, not out on DVD yet. What is my favorite Ryusoulger mecha? So I'm gonna look at the mini plot. Last week I said Moser Rex, didn't I? Well, Moser Rex is probably my favorite Kishiryu, but Kishiryu Jin is probably my favorite mecha, and I haven't seen the movie yet, and that makes me sad because I want to see it in action. I need to watch the movie. I don't think you'd even be able to get to Japan with the coronavirus going on right now. That is also correct. Maybe you could get to Japan, but whether you would get back to where you came from is the question. In the Ryusoulger adaptation, they should make a Weisel special where it's him and Kreon messing around for 20 minutes. I quite like that idea. Overquarter was from August too. Yeah, it came out a while ago. Jin is the Red Ranger of the terrorist Sentai Metsubo Jin Rangers. That's a great pun. But is he really, though? Because Raiden exists. Ikazuchi. And he was the first one. And they don't have a 5th as well. So who's the 5th? I guess, Loop Hat doesn't have 5 as well. God damn it, Loop Hat. You had one job. Getting ready for Super Sentai 44, Kira Major. That comes out soon. I'm not, like, really dying of excitement for Kira Major, just because I really liked Ryusoulger. But I'm not gonna, like, not watch Kira Major. Should we get a Cure Major picture on screen? Let's get a Cure Major picture on screen. Why not? We've had these beauty pictures up on screen for a decent amount. Let's switch it up. How long have we been going? 1 hour. So because it's the 10,000 subscribers stream, usually I only go for an hour. Today maybe I'll go for like an hour 45. We'll see. But I will go a little longer because it's a special stream. Because also I want to get some videos done for the 10,000 subscribers stream, so or for the actual special, and that's, I feel, important. Okay, here's Cure Major picture. Okay, not quite yet. Hold on. Okay. Doop. Incoming Cure Major picture. Alright. Okay. How Weisel Stole Christmas. I'd watch that. Who is the better character, D-End or Gates? So I don't really know much of D-End from his season, so we'll go off of what I've seen in Geo. I think D-End is D-End commands more of a presence on screen. I guess from a presence on screen, I have to say D-End, but I guess I can't really say I can't really say from a character standpoint because I haven't seen Tsukasa's entire development in his own season. What happens when Power Rangers and Super Sentai come across a crossover? The world would probably end because that's too much power, too much pink energy. Go for 10,000 hours. I don't think I'll be able to. I would like to know. It's showtime. It is showtime. Oh, hoping the Gates Majesty jingle is good. For example, Spectre Brave crosses the. Ooh, I didn't think of that aspect, that we could get the jingle soon if someone filmed the movie in theaters. Usually I don't listen to the jingle. Like if it's a movie jingle, I usually don't listen to it until I actually see the movie. Like I have not seen the Grease Perfect Kingdom or heard the Grease Perfect Kingdom jingle because I haven't seen the movie yet, and I've been procrastinating watching that movie for way too long. I'm probably... No, I'm not going to say it because I always never do it, so never mind. Thought the Grease review will come out at some point. If they do that time anniversary season for Sentai, how would I feel if they made another Sentai like Another Riders? Well, the Another Riders are some of my favorite parts of Geo, so I would dig that. I would enjoy that. Hero Wasp says, I am important. Thank you. Can we get rid of the new Cure Major villains and replace them with Weisel? Every villain in Extra Cast with Weisel. I like that idea. I mean, I'm gonna like every idea with Weisel, guys. Come on. I feel I've used this Cure Major picture before, right? When the series first got revealed. 416 hours. That is more than a year. Damn. 10,000 hours is 416 hours. What about 10,000 seconds? I'm going to do that right now on my phone. Hey Siri. What is 10,000 divided by 60? Well, I guess
10,000 divided by 60 is about 166.6666
minutes. Let's divide that by 60 again. Divide 166 by 60.
It's about 2.7666.
So it's like two hours. So maybe we do have to go for 2 hours. Eduardo has to go to church. Enjoy. Thank you for coming to the stream. Yes, I know, days. I was using minutes. I went with minutes. 10,000 minutes. Or seconds. Yeah, I went with seconds. That's why I did twice. Who is my favorite Heisei Phase 1 and Phase 2 rider? So, if we're talking suits, phase 2 phase 2 is drive, maybe. A base form, I guess. And first half, maybe Kabuto. Characters, I have to go with Kuga and Sento, because I haven't seen any of phase 1 except the 24 episodes of Kuga. Jujubee has an iPhone confirmed. Officially confirmed. I have an iPhone. The red Kira Major looks like a single lady. Sounds like you're trying to go after that, huh? What do you think if exclusive Power Rangers TV program comes from the Netherlands? Well, I'm sorry this sounds gatekeepery, but I'm not from the Netherlands, so I don't know. I would feel left out. What is my favorite character in 01? Jin, after he's reborn, because he just becomes a goddamn mobster. Thomas Jujubee true identity is Weisel. No, I'm not as good as Weisel. I wish I was, though. No, I would have died if I was Weisel, so never mind. So, actually, speaking of Weisel in Ryu Soldier, they don't really explain what happened to him, right? When he, quote-unquote, died. So, like, what I'm thinking happened is just, like, he knew something was up with, like, Eris and the whole tribe. So he faked his death. Clearly, he faked his death. I think he faked his death in order to... Because Kreon left the next episode, I think. And I obviously found Weisel. So I feel like Weisel faked his death to get Kreon to leave, and the two of them discovered whatever it is about Eris. That, like, how the Ryusel tribe was made and all that. Because the next time they appear, they know all this information. And they're going to tell the Ryu soldiers and everyone. So, I'm pretty sure... I'm pretty sure that's what happened with Weisel, and he needed to fake his death to get that to happen. Also, by faking his death, he got his heart back. So, that also could have just been his plan his entire time. He's like, what if I die? Do I get my heart back? Kirame Green makes me wish either Ryusel Green or Black were female, so the Dino Sentai having one girl per team didn't continue. The female Koryu, Violet, and Cyan don't count being extra rangers. Yeah, I will admit, I'm not much of a guy, like, I don't like this color lineup, but I do admit it is a little weird to, like, verbatim copy the colors from Koryuger, especially the gender lineup. A lot of people have been saying gender switch Kuryu Green, or not Kuryu Green, Green Kira, not Kira Major, Ryusel Green. How did I forget that completely? A lot of people have been saying to switch Ryusel Green's gender for the adaptation. First of all, I don't think we can do that at this point. Like, it kind of worked for MMPR, but that's because, like, the footage wasn't that good. So I feel like you could have, like, passed off the switching of genders, but at this point, I don't think you can pull that off as well. Especially because now, like, again, because MMPR was the first season too, you could have just said, like, oh, the Yellow Ranger just doesn't have a skirt, but now we have all these Rangers, and now maybe you'll have a kid asking, like, why doesn't Green Ranger have a skirt because it's a girl? And also certain other things about the suit might lead kids to question what's going on if it's a girl. So I think the better move is to just make Geizor a girl if we want equality, because it's purple, which kind of fits, and it's giant clunky armor, so you can easily switch to gender because you can't. It's not form-fitting spandex. So, which is better, Phase 1 or Phase 2? So I have only seen really much of Phase 2, so I have to say Phase 2, but I'm not saying Phase 1 is bad because, again, from what I've seen of Kuga is actually very good. So Am I shocked that Ryusoulger was going to be Power Rangers 28? No, because I was kind of expecting that, as I mentioned earlier. Favorite character from Build? Ryuga. Or Ryuga. Cross Z. No, not Voltal. I'm sorry. Where does Jujubee come from? So Jujubee was just a nickname that I had as a kid from my family. So now it's the name that 10,000 of you know me as, which is kind of crazy. I heard of a rumor of a V Cinema spin-off, not Spino Thunder off, for Ryusoulger. That I have heard of that as well. I hope it's true. It could be. I think tomorrow we'll know if it's true or maybe later today, we'll know it's true because there's gonna be a premium Bandai thing they're gonna reveal, and from like the image they showed, it's another Ryusoul Caliber repaint, and it's probably gonna be the Ryusoul Brown Caliber because that doesn't have a toy, and that would probably lead into an announcement for a V Cinema. What it's about, I would have to assume something Ryusoul Brown because it's a Ryusoul Brown thing they're announcing. So, but I don't really have any preference to what it's about. It's more Ryusoulger. Thank you Takeshi for coming to the stream. Thank you Toa Brony for the congratulations. Do I want to see a Kamen Rider anime show? I would love to see one. Do I think we're ever going to get Reiwa Phase 2? I maybe at some point. I mean, did anyone think that we were going to get Heisei Phase 2? And I mean, technically, that's just a term we give, correct? Like, there's no actual distinction in Kamen Rider. Like, there's no official distinction of Heisei Phase 1 and Heisei Phase 2 other than, like, look decade. Like, I mean, there's no official relation. So, I mean, after confirmation. So, I mean, after 01, we could say, hey, look, now it's, I don't know. I lost my train of thought. After 01, we could say, look, it's Reiwa Phase 2. And, I mean, yeah, there it is. Nate Albert says, hi. Congrats. Bye. Thank you for popping into the stream. Imagine a battle between Weisel and Evil, and they're just being their campy selves as they crash. See, here's the thing: Evil would kill Weisel, so I don't think I want that to happen. Although clearly he can just fake his own death, right? So maybe not so bad. Gotta be Juju. Juju on that B. Sure. Okay. Oh, I just checked Twitter, and I forgot about this. So, in case anyone didn't know, Lightning Collection is going to be they're making a Megazord figure, their first Megazord figure, but it's just a giant ass action figure. Like, there's no actual splitting apart of it, it would seem. It's just gonna be a giant a giant figure. Like, it doesn't split apart, and I mean, that's a little disappointing because it's a Megazord. It's supposed to split apart, right? I was probably never gonna buy it anyway since I haven't seen Zeo, and I don't really mind. But I just feel it's weird that you make a giant Megazord. It's like 12 inches, I think. Why would you make something so big if it's not gonna split into its individual parts? If it's just a giant action figure version, why not just make it smaller? Like, you can make it. What, the Lightning Collection's like 6 inches, right? Just make it a little taller than that and give it articulation. Like, why would you make it so big if you're just going to make it a big action figure. When, yeah, I don't know. I was gonna get it anyway, so I don't really care. A Power Rangers cartoon is easy money. Well, I don't know the costs of cartoons versus live action, but I don't know if it would be easy money. After you see more of Phase 1, would you think it would be better than Phase 2? I don't know, because I haven't seen most of Phase 1. I feel like Phase 1 is clearly just like, I feel like the difference between 1 and 2 is just going to be like different storytelling, like different kinds of storytelling. Like the Phase 1 I feel is going to be just like slower, more in-depth plot lines, and then Phase 2 isn't. But like I feel like there's still decent, like I don't know. We'll have to see, won't we? Kishiryu Sentai Ryu Soldier, the movie, The Wacky Adventures of Ryusel Brown and Weisel. Thank you, Hero Wasp and Dennis Cousins, for the congratulations. Great Muteki says Neo Reiwa, and I'm a little terrified. Power Rangers is basically a live action cartoon. That's why mainstream audiences don't take it seriously. Yeah, pretty much. That's kind of sad, isn't it? Rejoice, the writer who is now at 10,000 subscribers, the ruler of Toku, and his name is Kamen Rider Jujubee. OMG, Thomas said Zeo instead of Geo. I was referring to the Power Rangers season, which is actually spelled Zeo. So, checkmate? If Fuwa becomes a Humagear, I'ma be real sad. Honestly, that would be really funny because he hates Humagear, so he's just gonna be like, what the actual hell? He's just gonna be really confused. That would be, I can't wait for that. Someone's a Humagear for sure, right? In Ryu Soldier, with Jin coming back and he has just ears, normal ears. That now someone's got to be Humagear, right? Like either Bowser. Although that's kind of weird because he hates Humagears. But Bowser, Aruto, probably Fuwa, maybe. Someone's definitely a Humagear now, for sure. Now that we just have official confirmation that you can be Humagear with ears, unless this new Jin is just a person, which is weird. In Ryu Soldier PR counterpart, Green and Black Rangers should be from the original team from a million years ago before being placed in suspended animation. That sounds interesting. I can't wait to see how they create the differentiation between Green and Black, because I loved that in Ryu Soldier. Hello, Declan Mills in the chat. Are you going to talk about a Kamen Rider anime on Rider adaptation? Maybe not. I don't really know how a video like that would work. Toa Brony says, bye everyone, I'm going to sleep for me because a different time. Thank you for coming to the stream. Freak says, Juju Rangers. That sounds, I don't know how I feel about that. That sounds kind of fun. Thank you, Fire Fury, for the congrats, and Kyle Whitfield. Weisel for president 2020. I would not put Weisel in charge of a country, as much as I like him. Speaking of country, a country-themed Sentai in Japan is Red Ranger with America as blue. I think, have they done a Sentai where the Rangers come from different places, like different countries? They might have. Power Rangers has done something like that, right? I don't remember. Do I think the Jack Riser is an OP weapon? Kind of, because he jacks the powers, but he can keep them and he can use them whenever he wants. Which we didn't know until a couple episodes ago. So I think that just the fact he can use the powers, he can switch with powers, I think that's what makes it OP. Maybe not. I mean, obviously the stealing of powers is kind of OP, but I think the fact he can use it whenever he wants is what makes it so powerful. The reason Bandai and Hasbro bank on MMPR is the same reason Marvel banks on Peter Parker as Spider-Man. The person who's first is always the most recognized, and people hate it when they're replaced. That's why mainstream people never bother with the other Power Rangers seasons, despite them being better. Yeah, pretty much. And a lot of people don't even know what comes after. There's more Power Rangers because all they know is MMPR, and that's fine. Clearly, like if they only know about MMPR, not if your favorite's MMPR, that's fine. But if you only know about MMPR, then I guess you're not that much into Power Rangers. Clearly, I was gonna say something about MMPR. Oh, so people always complain about MMPR as well. When, as you just said, most people only recognize MMPR, and most people will buy only MMPR toys. So I can't wait for when like we run out of MMPR stuff to use in like the Lightning collection, and I don't know, sales are gonna drop, or like they're gonna. Or here's what I was thinking. So, recently they announced the Lightning Collection Dragon Dagger, which looks really cool. It does a lot of cool stuff. I would buy it if I wasn't saving for Ryu Soldier next year. But a lot of people I saw were upset, like, it's a Dragon Dagger. Like, oh, Bandai already released a Dragon Dagger. Oh, it's just more MMPR. Okay. What if they just released the SPD license? Which I probably would buy. Now, like, now we'd have, like, oh, I can't believe they're doing SPD. I hate SPD. Why didn't they do the Chronomorpher? They do the Chronomorpher. I can't believe they did the Chronomorpher. I hate Time Force. Why didn't they do the Samurai? Like, there's no one's ever gonna. We're never gonna. Hasbro will never please everyone. So, I mean, like, just accept they did MMPR now. They'll do something else later. I mean, they're already doing the Zeo Megazord. So, have England as white with red details. Pretty sure it only applies to technology. Are we talking about the Thousand Jacker? Because then that, yeah, it would appear. But as Grand Muteki said, would Thouser still be OP even without the Thousand Jacker? I believe so. Probably not as OP, but in his debut, his Thousand Destruction, just his own finisher, took down 0-1. 0-1, 0-1, 0-1. So that alone, I mean, he's still pretty powerful, but the Thousand Jacker is definitely an assister in that overpoweredness. How exactly does the Raid Riser transformation work? Does the human body become machine or encased into an armor like a Kamen Rider? Well, they're encased into armor because they're humans, and they have the AIMS undersuit, so they become they just get armor. Does Kirame Pink have ears on the suit? I guess it would appear kind of so, right? What's my theory behind Thouser's youth? He's taking those weird medications that you see on like pop-up ads, like doctors hate him. If you take this, you're forever 44. What would I think if Super Sentai considered to do insect themed team? That would be cool. I'd like to see them branching out. I'm becoming a fan of Jin's Burning Falcon form and the Slash Riser. I love how the Slash Riser is similar to the Shot Riser. I indeed also like the Slash Riser. When will we get the next superhero Tyson? Maybe next year. Well, shoot, would maybe be next year, right? Because we're gonna get Kamen Rider 50, sorry. The 50th Kamen Rider anniversary, and Sentai would reach season 45. So maybe next year. They also said they wouldn't have done Rider season, or they would stop doing Tyson movies, so that is also a factor. Have I seen Project Gigi? I don't know what that is. Is there any of the 01 Legend Rider form designs? No, and it would appear maybe we won't get those, because even in Gamba Rising, which is usually where we do get those forms, they just used they just summoned the riders. So we know the Thousand Driver can authorize, so besides budget, Thouser could have totally had different forms from taking the Progrise keys from the Raiders and got new forms. It actually doesn't mean, or it doesn't actually authorize. So that's why I love the Thousand Driver so much. There's no authorized slot. So the the Caucasus key authorizes itself. It opens itself. That's really cool. So that's why I like that one so much. That's why if I had to buy one single driver from 01, it would probably be the Thousand Driver or the Slash Riser maybe at this point. Guy, the reason Guy wants to get rid of all the Humagears is because they're the ones who can reveal his real age. That is correct. And I must have misspoken. Yeah, I guess I said Guy is 45, or Guy is 24 but looks 45. I don't know. To actually speculate on that, I have no idea. He could be a Humagear, but it seems weird because he wants to get rid of all Humagears. And, I mean, maybe there's a rumor with like cloning, but like at this point that the whole rumor was proven false at this point. But cloning still seems like a weird direction to pull the series in. I have no idea, but it definitely seems like there's something they want to do with it, because again, it seems weird to bring in Zero, or to mention that as like a joke, but you don't do anything with it. I mean, they mentioned it as a joke, but it seems like such an interesting thing to do. Like, because he especially said, like, I am eternally 24. Dun dun dun. What's my favorite 01 form? Burning Falcon. Do I have Dash Lane? I do not. Seeing the Rampage Vulcan form at surface, what's my opinion on it? I like the idea, and I like the skeletal left half, but I feel like it visually looks kind of more like a downgrade compared to Assault Wolf, which really looks awesome. I'm disappointed that Kira Major's 6th Ranger is going to be silver, going by leaks. With the gem theme, they could use colors like orange or violet. Feel like I'd be okay with it if they're female. I don't think they're going to be female because Sentai doesn't like to do that. I would like that as well, though. But yeah, I mean, I don't really. I wish they used a different color, but I'm not gonna like hate the silver. We haven't seen the suit. If they pull something like Wizard Infinity with like the really sparkly silver, or maybe the Cyclone Joker inner side, just because of the way these Kira Major suits are, I feel like silver, they could do something interesting. I guess we should just be thankful maybe they didn't go from gold to gold again. I think Guy's a cyborg to make himself immortal. That's an idea. Yeah. I just don't know. Yeah, I don't know. So, any ideas you guys have? Probably better than mine, because I have nothing. The part that folds up on the driver authorizes when folded. It doesn't. I think you're looking at a, what's it called? A mod from a YouTuber who did that, because I don't think the driver itself does that. Did I answer this? I don't think I did. Will I do a video fixing the bad seasons of Power Rangers and the Neo Saban era? Would I do storylines 48-hour worlds from decades? So I'm not sure what you mean on the decade part, but on the fixing the bad seasons part, maybe like a maybe like a Ranger potential thing. Like, how would I fix them? But I had this idea the other day walking from school, of just looking at how they could fix those seasons retroactively. Like, in the real world, how could Hasbro fix seasons like Super Mega Force, I guess, specifically, and we'll just leave it at that, because it's too much money to just recreate a whole season. It's already done. So, like, how could they go back and fix that? And I guess might as well talk about it here. There's no harm in that. One thing they could do is, like, Avengers Endgame. Now, I'm going to get into Avengers Endgame spoilers, but I feel like you've all seen it. In Endgame, they go back in time to Thor the Dark World, and if you didn't know, Thor the Dark World is probably the most hated MCU movie. I don't really have an opinion on it, but they wove the Dark World into the story of Endgame in a way that kind of gave it retribution. So I think if the next upcoming anniversary for Sentai uses time travel, they could go back in time and do something with Super Mega Force. They could just wipe it out, or they could bring back those characters in a different way that would make in a more characterized way that people would like them better for. I guess along that same line, if they bring back the Gokaigers for the 45th Sentai, they could also bring back the Mega Force Rangers and fix them as well. There's a lot of options, honestly, on the table for how you could fix Mega Force. A comic, and I am saying Mega Force, but honestly, they could leave Mega Force alone, and I want them to fix Ninja Steel because I don't like Ninja Steel. Thoughts on Rampage Gatling Key? I love the look of it. The dial, I don't know what the dial does, but the dial looks fun. The insides of it, with all the skeletal progress keys, and then the colors, that's really awesome. I guess my only nitpick is that the Vulcan Wolf is upside down in all the drivers. Come on, guys, kinda doesn't even work in the drivers. Like, now if maybe they did a weird thing and you flip it open and now it's upside down and it looks like the Vulcan helmet, that would be cool. But for now, it's just an upside down wolf, and that's Rain Muteki has to go. Thank you for coming to the stream. What seasons from Hurricaneger to Kiramager would I compare to Heisei Kamen Rider? So I haven't seen any of those. So, and I don't. What way do you mean compare to Heisei Kamen Rider? Like say they're like Kamen Rider, because Kamen Rider is just kind of so different from Sentai. So maybe Ryu Soldier has the X-Aid monster design thing. So Sentai needs to switch up the personalities for Rangers. A smart red, sporty blue, mean pink, kind of crazy green, and bland and tired yellow. That sounds really fun. Although, for being honest, if the Yellow Ranger and Kiramager is a gamer, then they already got that covered. Ew. I'm sorry. But yeah, that sounds really cool. That could definitely switch stuff up. I kind of like the idea of a mean pink Ranger. So when am I making the Toku fan ideas too? I have no idea. I bet if Bo becomes a rider, he'll be green. Well, it's a girl, and probably it would be green, I guess. Who gave the live a dislike? Probably one of my friends. How would I feel about an anime Kamen Rider? I would watch it. Seeing that it'll be Kamen Rider's 50th anniversary next year, I think they should do a special movie to celebrate, much like they did with 2011's with O's. I think they should as well. One of the movies, either the crossover movie or the summer movie, will probably do that. There was something else I was going to say. Well, the whole season would probably be a reference, although we just got Geo. So, we'll see. What Marvel character would I like to be a Kamen Rider? That's an interesting question. The character itself, or the Kamen Rider is based off forms with that? Because if it's the forms, then it would be Iron Man. If it's the character, then maybe Captain America, I guess. Actually, it'd be kind of fun. Never mind, it would be fun to see Hulk be a Kamen Rider because he'd grow big, and now it's a big Kamen Rider. Hero Wasp has to go. Thank you for coming to the stream. I think I will end soon as well. We'll get maybe 5 more minutes in. Bo's name is confirmed Naki. That is... Oh, God damn it. I'm going to go on a rant. You're correct. They built up Bo as one of the most interesting mysteries in the season, and it's still going on because we don't know what happened between her and Vulcan. And they just reveal her identity in a mini-series, or in a mini-series trailer, and we're gonna get to learn, I guess, all about her in the mini-series trailer. Why? Fine if you want to do her backstory in that trailer, but then reveal her identity in the episode, and then immediately after, bam, look, now there's a trailer for Project Thouser, and she's in the trailer. But like, no, we reveal her identity in the trailer. Her whole thing's gonna be in the special. It's alright. I mean, nothing you can do about it. Who's my least favorite Kamen Rider? I don't know. I don't really hate any Kamen Riders. Thinking about, I mean, if we're talking character-wise, Guy is terrible as a person, not as a character, I guess. In that, actually, as a character, he kind of makes no sense too, because he should be in jail because of how Zero went. Like, just like, I'm gonna go on a massive rant, or we'll see how big the rant is. But in one of the episodes of 01, Guy pulls out a Zetsume Riser in front of Izu, and Zetsume rises Bingo, a Humagear. And they also have footage of Metsubo Jinrai terrorists Zetsume rising other Humagears. So clearly, if you Zetsume rise a Humagear, you're a terrorist. So Izu, like, barely glanced at Yaiba, and she had video footage of her. Or no, I guess those are from cameras, but like, she still saw that. So she undoubtedly like recorded something of Guy Zetsume rising Bingo, and nothing. Like, he's using a terrorist weapon and we don't do anything about it. And then, like, in the last episode as well, he did it again. He Zetsume rised a Humagear, and in this case no one saw it, but like, no one saw Yaiba recording, and I think like she still got a recording of it. So maybe there's a camera around. Now, this is reaching, obviously, but there's probably a camera around, and still you see him Zetsume rise. But like, just the fact he Zetsume rised Bingo, that's like literally a terrorist move, and they don't do anything about it. You could literally stop the entire stupid corporate fight arc thing if you literally just leak footage of Guy using a terrorist weapon. But no, I mean, come on, how cool would it have been if they did do that and Guy did get arrested? First of all, that would be a total switch, because you think they're going to run through this whole arc and then they don't. But then you have Guy arrested, and then now what if he actually breaks out? Now we have some interesting stuff going on, because he went from a CEO to a literal terrorist. He can now actually join up with Metsubo Jinrai. So much stuff you could do, but no, I don't know, it's just a thing that happens and they don't even do it. Like, because like you could say this is just nitpicking, but it's not really nitpicking, because they used footage of Jin Zetsume rising Humagears as to clear their image, to say, look, we're not making these Humagears aren't going to rampage on their own. It's Metsubo Jinrai. You show the literal CEO of Zaya with a Zetsume riser, and you're like, look, terrorist. He can have all the lawyers he wants. Like, what are you gonna say? Like, no, he was just he was because now it's like literal like warfare with another company, because he's destroying their product. Remember when Jujubee thought Bo was gonna be Yua Yaiba? That was fun. Yeah. The writer after 01 should be martial arts kung fu. Oh, that sounds like an interesting motif to use. You could have different writers have different fighting styles as their base form, or as all their forms. What house do I choose? Black Eagles, Blue Lions, or Golden Deer? Is there a red option, or is it only those three? Do I reckon the Rampage key is being another step close to 01's final form? Honestly, I think it's more of a step for Vulcan to like complete Metsubo Jinrai takeover, because first he uses literal arc technology, and then he uses something that has Rampage in the name. So I like Kamen Rider seeing of taking two polar opposite things and making it work together, like dancing and fruits, or games and literal doctors or time travel and a coherent story. I'm sorry. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Time travel and what, though? What would you say Geos has? Anyway. Let's not forget the other lawyer was in the room when Guy turned Bingo into a human. You're right. That lawyer showed he's not a terrible person because he didn't attack. He wasn't the raider that week, and he said that Bingo was correct. He was like guilt, or he felt distress in the fact he almost sent a guy to prison unjustly, but no, we're not gonna do anything with that. What's my most hated Kamen Rider design? Guy Amatsu, just not Thouser, just the personage of Guy. I'm just kidding. Honestly, can I say 01 Flying Falcon? Because I really don't like the pink and yellow. They don't work together at all. I feel like there's a worse one out there, but I can't think of it right now, so I'm just going to say that one for now. Who would win in a fight? Dan Kuroda or Guy? Kuroda for sure. He doesn't have... Thouser only has his one suit, and Kuroda has... Well, even... Okay, level 2 maybe couldn't win. Level 3, Dangerous Zombie for sure, because he can't die. Level 0 can't die. At a certain point, I assume Kuroda would win. And then... Billion obviously wins. Oh yeah, so there's some discussion on whether Izu is or Izu. So the official romanization, according to the Humagear keys, is spelled is, but like the way they're pronouncing it in Japanese is Izu because it's Japanese. They say our words differently, so it's spelled is, but it's pronounced Izu. And once again, I do not care if you say is. Well, maybe if you say is, I don't know, because they pronounce it Izu. But if you pronounce it is Izu, if you spell it is Izu, I don't care. But I can't wait for people to start yelling at me for saying Izu or writing Izu when it's is, because it really be like that sometimes. It's not the Kamen Rider, but the guy. That's a god tier pun. You should be very proud of yourself. What rider has the best gimmick? X-Aid. Clearly, the Gashettes. Have I ever explained why I love Gashettes so much? Should I explain why I love Gashettes so much? Let me know. Izu is part of Metsubo Junai confirmed. I don't think it's confirmed, but... Declan has to go now. Thank you for coming to the stream. I know I said I was going to end at 5 minutes, but I went past that, and we're so close to 2 hours. We have to end at 2 hours, so we're going to end at 2 hours. Is and her brother is was, right. Was, and I think I saw something that Zaya is supposed to be there, but I don't know. But they're both pronounced Izu and Wazu, but they're spelled is and was, so. What if Guy died and another person became Thouser? As long as that person is better than Guy, then... as long as that person is better than Guy, then I will love the Thouser suit much more. Do I have my own rider in the X8 universe? Can I use my design? I think I had drawings from like when X8 was first coming out. I came up with like riders that used all the level 3 Gashettes in the first slot. They were like different riders. I should maybe go look for those at some point. I might have it on my phone actually. Dennis Cousins has to go. Thank you for coming to the stream. Where's notes? Notes. It would appear I do not have those rider names on my phone, so no. But I did have a bunch of ideas at some point. Can you agree Genom should have used the level decrease ability more in X8 other than just use Dangerous Zombie again? Well, he was still level 0, right? He was X0, which is kind of badass. And I don't think did he use it after that initial encounter with Paradox? I don't remember, but I don't think it actually mattered after that, because after that Cronus appeared. Cronus didn't have a level, so what are you going to decrease? So my time telling skills rival Frieza's in Dragon Ball. I haven't seen Dragon Ball, but I love the the memes of like how long stuff takes, because I can kind of understand them. So does it bother you that Master Green will never appear in person? Well, he appeared. Really, we just never saw his face, because we got to see the Geizorg armor fight alongside Master Black for like 5 seconds, and that was pretty cool. It doesn't really bother me because I just know he's there. I assume they're just waiting for like the V cinema maybe, or the Versus movie. I love how a Sentai's over, but we can't really say like, oh, I can't believe they didn't do this, because they could still end up doing it in one of the media that comes after a season. Then Izu will have a younger sibling named Zen. Yes. If we're talking about the Hiden family, then Izu would be Aruto's aunt. Is she though? How? You brought up an interesting question. I guess it's just like, how does that work in terms of? Isn't it more of his mom? How do you want to look at it? Because it's like she was made with his grandfather. So the grandfather made Izu. But, or I guess there you go. The grandfather made Izu, makes it his quote unquote daughter, and makes Aruto, makes her, or it is his mother, or I mean aunt. So yeah, went through all that trouble to question it when you were pretty much correct. Kira Major hype. I agree. Where do I buy Kamen Rider and Super Sentai merch? So various places. I discussed this last time, but it's fine. So the main place I get like newer items is Hobby Search, because they have pretty cheap prices. Most people use Hobby Link Japan. And some other places you can go to are Tokulectables, because they have free shipping. And that's like the only other place I can... Or Ami, but I've never used them, so I don't know. I'm looking at my stuff. So the only... Oh, CS Toys for sure. But their prices... CS Toys is good for like used stuff, I think, because they do have some weird prices sometimes. But Mr. S is also a great guy, so... There's also Kotetsu Toys. Their prices are also kind of weird, but the guy in charge of it is also very nice. He has a YouTube channel, and he gives you like free toys sometimes. Like if you get like a bunch of X8 stuff, he could send you like an extra X8 thing, like a card, a Gashat. So that's really fun. And then the gold mine is like Mandarake, because the shipping's really weird, but the prices they're like all used items. So the prices could vary from like a Gashat at like $10 to like an entire weapon at $8. It's the prices vary because it's like all used stuff. So Mandarake is like the place to go if you want older stuff. So like if I want a gamer driver, I should probably start hunting Mandarake. And then there's also something else. eBay and Amazon for various stuff. I guess Amazon is more reliable currently because Team Rider is being awesome and they're getting some stuff distributed. And Amazon, I mean, like if you have Amazon Prime, for the most part, you can get Amazon pretty good. Or you just had to be wary of the prices. Here's the way I look at it. Drivers should be like $50 at most. And then it goes from there. Like, most people will buy drivers, right? Drivers, take it from me, drivers should not be more expensive than $50 if it's like a normal release. If it's like the premium Bandai / Riser, then it'll vary from there, I guess. By comparison, from seasons of Hurricaneger to Gokai to Kiramager, I mean their aesthetics to them. Like, which aesthetics are my favorite? Because Ryu Soldier for sure. Kiramager should cross over with Wizard. There's actually, as people have been pointing out on Twitter, there's a lot of stuff they can cross over with Kiramager because, well, they're vehicles, so you can already do it with like any vehicle Sentai. There's like imagination kind of going on, so that you could do it with Tokyuger, clearly. As you point out, they can, I mean, I guess that's Sentai. With Kamen Rider, I guess it's really only Wizard. But, if Toei can still make movies for Wizard, at least. I mean, they can, can't they? Like, they own the rights. They don't really, it's just, how many people would go watch a Wizard movie with, like, nothing relevant to Wizard coming out recently? Do you remember that when Izu was created, it is revealed that she too will one day reach singularity? I have a feeling that the show will explore that. Oh, definitely. They kind of went on that, right? With, I think when Ikazuchi came out, she said something about family. I thought that was them saying she's reached singularity, but it wasn't. Because they didn't expand on that. So maybe when she reaches singularity, she'll either become a rider, or that's how the final form with Aruto happens. What's my favorite Sentai changer? That's a good question. I'm not really too drawn to the changers. So maybe the Gokai keys, or the Ranger keys, and the Mobirates, probably. Because I can't... Oh, no. The Geo changer. I love the Geo changer. That's kind of the main reason I'm a little sad Geodra got skipped. Because I would buy that changer for sure. I would not buy anything else. That's definitely my favorite changer. I just really love... The sounds are fine, but I just really love how it does, like, everything. And the Geo Changer Final does even more. Yeah. And I love the spinning cube thingy as well. So, Geo Changer for sure. Do I think they will do another crossover verse movie of Ryu Soldier? Yeah, with Kiramager. By aesthetics, from Hurricaneger to Kiramager, I mean their motifs. Well, which one do I like more? The best? I mean, motif, I guess, Kiramager. I hope Team Rider gets that Taja Dole renewal figure art. A lot of people have been asking for them to do it on Twitter. I'm not sure if that went through, but I guess we'll find out at some point. If you have Twitter, definitely follow Team Rider on Twitter. And to everyone, if you have Twitter, follow me on Twitter. Shameless plug. You don't have to follow me on Twitter, but just I should point that out. Gokai keys are my favorite, but I've never watched Sentai for Who Am I to Talk. I mean, if we're talking aesthetics, you don't have to have seen a season to say you like how it looks. I haven't seen Gokai either, so I can say I like how Ranger keys look. There's O's Ranger keys, so that's fun, as someone pointed out earlier. Q-Ranger vs. Geodra crossover movie was supposed to happen, but scraped for favor of Lupin Ranger vs. Paddle Ranger. That was kind of the joke I was going to say, like when Lupin Ranger vs. Paddle Ranger first came out. I was going to say, like, we didn't get a Versus movie this year because they decided to just make an entire Versus season instead. How would I feel if Sentai teams use Henshin Belt and Kamen Rider uses a Morph Brace? Well, Mighty Morphin, Zyuranger, technically uses a Morph Belt, and then Necrom and multiple other Kamen Riders that I can't think of right now use Morph Braces. So, there you go. It has happened. What do I think Sentai 45's theme will be? I think it will maybe be time travel. Because I don't know how well Geo did in Japan, but I think from a financial standpoint, it was definitely a hit because they could pump out ride watches whenever the hell they wanted to. So I think they're going to do something basically Geo but as Sentai. Whether it would be better than Geo, we'll see. But that's how I think it will be aesthetically. I thought Q Ranger versus Jojo was skipped because of Elephant's actor. I don't think we know why Q Ranger versus Meteor. I mean, not Meteor. I just saw something about Meteor. I don't think we know why Q Ranger versus Jojo was skipped. I think it was because of the actor, but I don't know. I always thought it was funny that they skipped it and then we just got a whole versus season. They made up for it with that. How do I think Ryu Soldier will be adapted as but what would be good 30th anniversary? I don't know how they'll adapt it other than my Sentai potential idea. But 30th anniversary, I think Q Ranger would work really well just because it's so massive. It's space. You can pull in some other stuff. Kira Major versus Tokyuger versus Magi Ranger. Forgot about Magi Ranger. Yeah, they could cross over with Magi Ranger. Ryu Soldier should have had a crossover with Kyoryuger. You're right. They should have had the 4 dinosaur crossover, which could still happen. I think that we'll definitely get that in Power Rangers, so maybe. Although we are just getting now a dinosaur crossover, so I don't know. So we have reached 2 hours. I have to end now because I'm kind of tired. But if you have any last questions, as usual, leave those out, and then I'll end. So ask any final questions you want me to answer live, and then I am out of here. Should Reiwa era Super Sentai Morphers be based with Kamen Rider? I mean, I think what they're doing now is fine. They don't really have to change their morphers. Which Sentai character would be better in Kamen Rider? Weisel, because I would like to see him in Kamen Rider. Although he works well in Ryu Soldier, I would just like to see him in Kamen Rider. Finish the sentence. I will finish the sentence. Trust me. I will do my best to finish the sentence. Let me rephrase that. I can't make any promises. I wish for a crossover of Ryu Soldier and Go Busters. I'm not sure if they would do that because Ryu Soldier and Go Busters don't really have much to do with each other other than Go Busters having a dinosaur crossover for no reason. So, what is my opinion on Poppy and Paradox? The movie or the characters? The characters, I like both characters. Poppy is probably my favorite female Kamen Rider, which is not say much because there's not a lot. The movie, I think, was alright. Congrats on reaching this milestone. Thank you, Snoopy or Kid. Sorry. Weisel and Woz together. Yes. How do I think of doing a Dino theme ultimate crossover movie of Ryu Soldier versus Q Ranger versus Aba Ranger versus Kyoryuger team up? That would be awesome. I think Nana's actor should become a Kamen Rider. Yeah, that would be cool. How much longer do I think Sentai will last? Until the world explodes. Because I don't think... I mean, if you didn't know, they like downgraded Sentai from like an A tier season to like B tier. So it has less of a budget, but like that means it can survive a bit more. If Shinobi had a third rider, what theme would you want it to have? They have like designs for different riders, so I guess maybe the bomb one. I don't remember. What is my opinion on Beast Morpher Season 2 so far? It is fun, but it's kind of lacking, I feel, in like a welcome back to Power Rangers Beast Morphers feel. Not what you like. Sorry if that came out rude. I mean, compared to their motifs. Also, Wizard to Cure Major. Also, do you get through the ideas yet? I don't know what you mean. Like, comparing Wizard to Cure Major. I like Wizard better. But, like, I can't really do that for a lot of seasons, so. What was my reaction when Kamen Rider actor became Super Sentai actor? And can we say vice versa as well? Because that happens a lot. that is, I just really like seeing the actors cross over between the seasons. That's really fun. Especially, it's like, hey, I know you from a different thing. Why are you here? I can't wait till that happens with a season that I've seen. Since I will die when there are no longer kids to market to. That, amen. What if Omagio met Guy? I hope he kills Guy. I have a feeling the Dino Charge team up will be episode 8. Maybe episode 9 when they come back from the hiatus. Well, it seems like you all have gotten your questions out. So with that, actually, before I leave, if you want to keep asking me questions, I do have a Twitter and Discord, which are both in the description. So, I'm usually pretty active on those things. So with that, thank you guys so much for 10,000 subscribers. This week will be the Ryu Soldier review. Next week, after that, will hopefully be the first part of the 10,000 subscriber videos, along with Kira Major episode